So our first story involves Dana White and Khabib Nurmagomedov. Yesterday, Dana White went on the Tim and Sid podcast where he revealed that Khabib would not be ready to fight Gaethje until September. Here's the clip.
I actually talked to Khabib today. Khabib told me he'll be ready in September. So I know earlier today I had said this summer because we were texting back and forth last night, and it sounded to me like he was ready to go. But he says September. And obviously I don't know what the world's going to look like in September, but I assume it's still going to be hard to get people in and out of the country. So I am definitely thinking that it's going to be on Fight Island.
Conor McGregor did react to this and tweeted, "Wait, so the lightweight title is not in July? But I thought ready July." Well, it turns out the reason for Khabib pushing back the date of his return probably has to do with the state of his father right now. Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov was hospitalized with suspected pneumonia in Dagestan. Now RT.com reports that Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov is in a coma. Here's a quote from a source from the article. Abdulmanap is in a bad condition. He's in Moscow and in a coma. They didn't treat him properly in Dagestan and some complications arose. They flew him to Moscow where he is now in a military hospital. He's on his own there and they won't even allow family to visit. The report was confirmed by Khabib's friend and teammate Islam Makhachev during an Instagram livestream today. Makhachev said, "He's in Moscow, he is in critical condition." Since the news broke, Dana White released an official statement that said, Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov is a true martial artist who lives a life of pride, honor, and respect. He instilled those same values in his son, world champion Khabib, at an early age and was always in his corner throughout his career. I know how close Khabib is with his father and I'm saddened to hear about his current state. My thoughts are with Abdulmanap and the Nurmagomedov family as he continues to fight. At the time of recording this video, Conor McGregor reacted to Dana White's statement with, "Praying for the recovery of Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, a man responsible for more world champions across multiple fighting disciplines than we even know, a true martial genius. Very saddened upon hearing this news tonight. Praying for the Nurmagomedov family at this time." Our next story comes from UFC Jacksonville. Marvin Vettori vs. Karl Roberson was scheduled to be on the main card of today's fights, but that fight fell through after Roberson was forced to pull out due to a bad weight cut. Now, Marvin Vettori crossed paths with Roberson at the Fighters Hotel and had to be dragged away by staff after a heated confrontation. Here's the clip.
He's trying to fight me now. He's bitch ass. He's trying to fight me now. You pussy, man. Come on, fight it. Bitch. He's trying to fight me now. That motherfucker. Why would I do preparation for that bitch ass motherfucker? I need to fight me now. Bitch.
Our next story comes from Tony Ferguson, who fired back at Conor for his Twitter rant from a couple days ago. Well, Tony has responded with, "You're still my bitch. You never represented me according to Audi. If so, then you worked for me and withheld money from me. Focus on putting the bottle down, kid. Ballingy Group is gold standard. It must be hard watching from the sidelines. Keep it up, chump. Signed, Champ." Conor did fire back at Tony with, "Shut up and thank the nurses and doctors that plated your skull back up and stitched all the gashes up. It's International Nurses Day. Also learn how to box. Fumbling over your feet like a fucking buffoon. We'd be embarrassed to represent that at Paradigm Sports." Our next story comes from Colby Covington. Speaking with Brett Okamoto, Covington says the only 3 fights he'll accept right now is Usman, Woodley, or Masvidal. Here's the clip.
"I'm not fighting anybody, man. I'm America's champ. I'm the people's champ. You know, I'm Donald Trump's favorite fighter. I fight for the troops. I fight for the Trumps. I fight for America. But, you know, I'm defending America's will, and our spirit can't be broken. And I want my rematch with Marty Fake Newsman. You know, I was willing to fight Tyrone Woodley because he's washed up. And, you know, I'm just sick of hearing from the guy. I just want that guy to be muted and end forever. So I was willing to end his career, you know, on Fight Island, throw him to the Sharks. We never hear from him again. You know, I'm willing to beat my ex-best friend, you know, George Masvidal. You know, he's another guy. But, you know, besides those 3, you know, if it's not like a huge name and money fight, I'm not wasting my time. I've already made plenty of money in this business, you know. But, you know, I know how I want a fair shake at a world title fight. And I didn't get a fair shake. So I already won a world title in the past. So now I'm looking to get my second and win another one, the Power Ranger belt.
Our next story comes from Kelvin Gastelum, who was suspended by USADA for using marijuana. This is his second time being suspended for THC. First time in 2017 and again at UFC 244 for his fight against Darren Till. Gastelum accepted a 9-month suspension, but it was later reduced by 5 months after he completed a drug treatment program. His suspension dates back November of last year, so he is cleared to fight right now. Gastelum tweeted, "As you all can tell by the news, I have accepted full responsibility and have already moved forward. I am on to my next opponent. Hashtag on a mission for gold." Our last story is an update to the UFC rankings. Justin Gaethje makes his debut on the pound for pound rankings at number 11. Tony Ferguson goes down 3 spots. Dominic Cruz makes his return to the bantamweight rankings at number 12. Calvin Kattar moves up 2 spots and lands at number 7 in the featherweight rankings, 1 spot ahead of Jeremy Stephens. In the lightweight rankings, Tony Ferguson drops to number 2, Justin Gaethje moves up to number 1, Donald Cerrone drops 6 spots to number 12. In the heavyweight rankings, Alexei Oleinik goes up 2 spots and lands at number 10, and Verdum makes his return at number 15. That about wraps up the video. If you guys made it this far, I thank you. Have a good day and peace.